Hi, and welcome to another episode of A Day in the District. I'm Chelsea Whittington, your host. A Day in the District is a program designed to help you, the viewer, stay connected to your Gary Community School Corporation. Today I have a special guest whom I consider a longtime friend and colleague. She is the president and CEO of the Urban League of Northwest Indiana. My friend, Dr. Vanessa McCloud. We were just chopping it up. Hey, Dr. V.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
Good day.
Hello.
Hello. I haven't had you on the show since 2022.
I know, right.
And I felt like it was time for a refresh because the
Yes.
Urban League of Northwest Indiana is obviously a great partner to the district.
Yes.
So many different programs going on.
Yes.
I was getting all these emails from you from all these scholarships and
Yes.
events. And I said, hold the phone.
Right.
I'm just going to have her come on and give us an update. But how have you been, Dr. V?
I have been wonderful, blessed, great. It's just a great opportunity to continue to serve our community, definitely the students. And that's why I'm here, because I want to make sure that Westside Leadership Academy high school graduating seniors are applying for the scholarships.
Applying for the scholarships. You know, you always crack me up, Doc, when the numbers are low or you haven't heard from somebody.
Right.
It's like I get that alarm at the gate call like, hey, we only have 2 applicants from
Exactly.
Westside. Let's get on it. And then we beat the
Exactly.
drum. We get to the
Exactly.
counselors, the principal. And I love that about you because it's easier to just send it out
No.
and hope what you get and see what you get. But that's not what you do.
3 pages
3.
worth of scholarships. I just want you to see this. 3 pages worth of scholarships. $1,000 here, $500 here, $1,500 here.
That adds up.
It adds up. But we need the students to complete the application.
Okay.
They have to go into community force. I know it's a few little steps, but
That's
they should know how to
okay.
do it.
It's worth it.
They are seniors, parents. Stand behind your children and make sure they get on community force. Go in because they have to upload information. They have to upload their transcript, which I believe they can do.
Oh, they can totally do that.
They have to write an essay, which they probably have already written.
And they can just tweak it
They
per
can just tweak
scholarship.
it per scholarship. That's
Okay.
right. And then they have to get 2 letters of recommendations. And those are sent out to the counselors or the teachers or whoever. Get on it.
Yeah, and I would just say that if I'm walking through the door as a senior, and obviously it's been a long time, but I would go ahead and just get a stack of recommendation letters
Now.
and just have them for the different types of opportunities that I'm
Exactly.
applying for, so it's not a last minute, Miss Jones, can you write this for me? Or
Right.
Dr. Goods,
Yes.
can you write this for me?
Right.
And already have it at the ready on my
Exactly.
computer,
Yes.
ready for upload.
Yes.
Yeah, so
And all they have to do too, Chelsea, is have that recommendation letter somewhat drafted out for you.
yes, help me, help you.
Right,
Okay,
exactly.
I got you.
Talk about you in the recommendation and then say, Chelsea, look this over. Can you sign this after you read it? Is this telling enough about me? Help the counselor, help the principal out that you're asking for the recommendation.
Yes. Now you said a word, the word counselor. Counselors are so critical in our
Yes.
district and in our school districts
Yes.
across the country, and it always makes me smile. My counselor here at Westside was Mrs. Smith, Earl Smith's wife.
Yes. Oh my.
And I used to love before they did the whole digital thing, but they would text you and intercom. They would come with the pass and say, they want you in the counselor's
Right.
office. But I was never afraid. I knew that it was Mrs. Smith saying, here's another scholarship
That's right.
opportunity, and you're going to sit right here until it's
right.
done.
That's
And
right.
then you're going to take it home and let your
That's
parents look over, and then we're submitting by tomorrow.
Right.
That's a beautiful thing. But technology would have it
Yes.
that a lot of that is now online. We still have the help of our capable,
That's
wonderful
true.
counselors. Shout out to our
That's true.
counselors across
That's
the
right.
district.
That's
But
right.
I feel like students have to play, and parents have to play, a much more
They
active
do.
role to make sure that send button and you get the complete message.
Exactly. We're looking in our database right now of students who have applied. There's a list that says applied, then there's a list that says submitted.
Ah.
The list that says submitted is less than the list of applied because they haven't finished
Okay.
the application. So we're doing a call out now, and that's why I said thank you for inviting me
Yeah.
over here so that I can speak with urgency
Yes.
about what we need.
It's March.
And let me tell you this, West Side's counselors and administrators have been just wonderful. They opened the door. We have come over twice in person. They said, come on, we'll get our seniors together. So we came over. We brought IUN with us. We brought Ivy Tech. We brought trio
Yes.
programs. And we plan to come back one more time,
Okay.
hopefully, before the deadline, because the deadline is March 20th.
Oh my goodness, that's only a
That's-
few weeks away. Well, let's back up
Yeah.
in these last 2 minutes of our first segment.
Oh, yes.
And give me the elevator speech of the Urban League, because there are still a
Oh,
few
yeah,
people
that's
under
true.
that proverbial rock that just don't know the mission
they?
of the. They're there. Help them, pull them out, and tell them the mission of Urban League of Northwest
The
Indiana.
Urban League of Northwest Indiana provides services in the areas of education, financial literacy, diversity and inclusion, youth leadership, social justice, and in the areas of education, we provide the scholarships. We also have college and career readiness virtually going on. Under financial literacy, if you make $60,000 or less, and you need your taxes done for free, free, F-R-E-E, you can call the Urban League office, make an appointment. Instead of giving your money to Uncle Sam or whoever, I hope it's not your cousin,
Right.
but you can come to the Urban League and get your taxes completed free of charge.
What an
And then we
amazing
provide
service.
diversity and inclusion awareness training. We always have to have those courageous conversations about
We do.
implicit bias, stereotyping, and it's so important for the students too, because many of those students will be going away to universities and colleges, and they will be inherently infused with a different population
Yes.
than what they're used to.
Absolutely.
So we may want to have conversations on that, and we have something coming up.
Ooh, I
It's
can't wait.
the Diversity and Inclusion Symposium that's being held at Valparaiso University on May 17th. We're asking for at least 7 or 8 students from West Side
Oh, that'll be easy.
to come over with a counselor.
Easy.
Free. You don't have to pay a thing. We want you to come. Last year we had about, 80, 90 high school
Students.
students
Yes.
that attended.
Now, Vanessa, this deserves way more airtime, so I'm
I
going to
know.
pause, put a pin in it. You are watching A Day in the District, a show designed to help
Yes.
you, the viewers, stay connected to your Gary Community School Corporation. Stay right there. When we come back, we're going to talk more with Dr. Vanessa Allen McCloud about the Urban League of Northwest Indiana and all the opportunities
Yes.
they provide. We'll be right back.
When you join the Army, the first thing they teach you is how to get in line. Not exactly the same in high school. When I enrolled in Westside Leadership Academy and joined ROTC, the first thing I learned was respect. Not just for God and country, but for myself.
Gary Schools, strong, resilient, built for education.
Oh, beautiful for heroes proved in liberating strife, who more than self their country loved, and mercy more than life.
Hello and welcome back to A Day in the District. This show doesn't feel like work. I'm having a ball
Me
here
too.
talking to my colleague and friend, Dr. Vanessa Allen McCloud of the Urban League of Northwest Indiana. I'm so excited because there are endless opportunities, not only for our community at large with the Urban League, but especially for our students, which is precisely why I invited you to chat with me today. On our last segment, we left off talking about the Diversity and Inclusion Symposium taking place at Valparaiso University, and I was there last year.
Yes.
So I'm just setting the stage in hopes that it was, first of all, the food was amazing. I'll just start there.
Yes.
I walked in, greeted with great
Yes.
registration and networking
Oh.
and snacks and vendors. So all of that
Yes.
information was there
Yes.
from the armed forces to all the different nonprofit organizations.
American Red Cross.
Yeah,
It's
and
so important
Yeah.
to network with those vendors. And by me mentioning American Red Cross, we were certified on
How to use
CPR.
Oh, CPR training, yes.
That's it. It's so important that we know how to do that because we have students, we're in our offices, we're in our classrooms, and I think about the gentleman that fainted on the football field and how they
Yes.
had to perform the CPR. So I want to send a shout out to say we all should consider thinking about having them.
And they come out and they
do.
do the training at various organizations,
They
schools. Shout out to the Red Cross.
Yes,
Love the
and they
Red
may
Cross.
be there. But we're looking for students to come. We want student voices at the table.
Yes.
It's important to hear from students. So I just ask that Westside continues to support us and bring students because they came last year and they also came to the scholarship fair.
They sure
You all
did.
had about 3 bus loads.
Every time I watch that
Oh,
video,
my goodness.
I just smile because we packed IUN out, and to see them in
Yes.
their Letterman's jackets
Oh,
or their
yes.
West Side paraphernalia. Yes, I'm partial for those of you who are watching in other school
And I'm
districts.
partial because my daughter graduated from Westside in
There you go.
1999.
There you go.
So I'm excited to be here
Yeah.
and just give kudos to those students and those parents and the administrators and everyone that's working with the students. We
Yes.
can't do this alone. We don't feel that the administration and the counselors and the teachers can do it by themselves.
It's a whole village.
We need the parents, we need the students.
Yes. They have to play that critical role
They
to
do.
take charge of their destiny. So now back to the
Yes.
symposium. What are we going to talk about?
There are going to be several different topics that the students will talk about. The rise in hate crimes, which we know has been
Off the charts. Unbelievable the environment and the
Yes.
climate we live in these days where we thought it was over after the civil
Right.
rights movement and getting some legislation moved. Seems like we're now starting to go backwards to
You're
these
right.
this hate crime about everything from the color of our skin to
Right.
sexual
Our
orientation
hair,
to religion,
the way we
anything.
look.
Yes. And I'm glad though to bring the young people to the table to
Yes.
bring a fresh perspective because I
Yes.
feel like that generation is more accepting than some of the old mindsets.
It is true. It is true.
That still exists.
Transgender conversations. You know, we have to be respectful of your religion, your faith, whatever it is. Just be respectful.
Yes,
Treat
yes.
everyone with kindness, but we have to have the conversation about how to do that and what's appropriate.
And that's what that symposium is about. So if
Yes.
there's somebody watching
Yes.
who's interested in attending outside of our students,
Oh,
can
yes.
they also attend? And if so, how?
Absolutely, absolutely. Just call the Urban League office. That number is
219-887-9621. Got it.
Yes. Call our office. We will send you the information on the cost for the adults. Again, there's no cost for the
our
student
children.
nor the chaperone
I
that
love
comes
it.
with the student. We have people coming from Lake Porter and LaPorte counties.
I love that.
But we definitely want to be in the house with Westside Leadership
Westside
Academy.
will be in the house. I will guarantee you that on camera right now. Now, you were
Yes.
telling me, hot off the
yes.
press, something
Hot-
is also coming up sooner than the symposium.
Oh, really?
That's dealing with something that we have a big emphasis on in the district anyway,
Yes.
and that's STEM. Science, technology, engineering, and math. What have we on
Absolutely.
deck, Dr. V?
Chancellor Awama
My
from
friend.
Indiana University Northwest has approved us to come on campus on March 25th.
Okay, that's a Saturday.
That's a Saturday.
Okay.
And we're going to engage students in STEM activities and have conversations.
I love it.
Oh my goodness.
Careers in STEM?
I wish you could see this. Do you see this?
Oh, I'm just
Look
going to
at
have to
that.
have Adam put that on the screen. Thank you, Adam. You can definitely we'll get
Yes.
that because it's a whole STEM day. What is that, 11?
11 to 2.
Okay.
Indiana University in the library.
Okay.
In the library
Anderson
building.
Library Building.
Yes, that's
Okay.
right. Go in. We're going to have refreshments. You must call the office to register.
What's that number?
219-887-9621.
That's it.
We're looking for 9th through 12th graders
Okay.
and parents.
Okay.
Come on out,
Here's another
parents.
chance.
That's right. And then IUN is going to take you on a tour. There's going to be some other speakers from the STEM program there at IUN. So I'm just excited
I am
about
too.
all the opportunities.
So you are getting mighty chummy over there at IUN, the college
am.
scholarship fair. I like it. After all,
It's
you're
beautiful.
across the street. Your office
across the
is
street.
so it's
That's
like
right.
a good partnership on
It
that
is.
corridor.
It
Great
is.
facilities, great
Great.
staff and
Outstanding.
administration. I love it. So March 25th. So I'll make sure that we get the word out about that.
And you know, Chelsea, many of those students had not ever set foot on the campus
Isn't that
of
amazing?
IUN.
Yeah.
They came in and they were, ooh, just
Right.
looking around.
Because I think some of the initial concepts that were embedded in their mind is that going to college, you have to go off.
Right.
And you don't.
You don't.
We have a plethora of great higher ed institutions right here in Northwest
Right
Indiana.
here.
Indiana University being one of them,
Yes.
Ivy Tech, Purdue
Yes.
Northwest. And you have partnerships with all of them so that you help provide that pipeline of students,
Yes.
our scholars, to go into the careers and fields
That's
that
right.
they want to study. And if they don't necessarily want to venture off, we'll take
Exactly.
care of them right here in the community.
Exactly. So this has been a wonderful opportunity to do what I do, and that is my ministry. I don't consider Urban League being my job. I consider it being a ministry, and I'm just thankful that God has enlarged my territory
Yes.
so that I can do the outreach and do all of those things. And let me not forget the young professionals.
Oh, please give us the quick spiel, and then when we come back, we got to go into details. So I think I know a couple of
Young
them.
professionals are between the ages of 21 and 40.
Okay.
I just missed it, didn't I?
I know, me too.
Right.
Last year.
But young professionals are the ones that's going to take the torch and move it on. When I get ready to pass that torch on,
They're going to receive it.
they're going to receive
And
it.
I receive that. You
That's
are
right.
watching A Day in the District. A Day in the District is a program designed to help you, the viewer, stay connected to your Gary Community School Corporation. When we come back, we're going to learn more about the young professionals, and we're going to find out what's Dr. V up to. We'll see you in a minute. Stay right there.
I said I'd never join.
Thought living on sub would be too hard.
I figured only the weatherman tracks storms.
I said my job wouldn't matter. Never knew how strong I was. I never thought this would be my commute.
I figured I'd never get out of my hometown. Or be the one who stops an attack.
Joining the Navy sounds crazy. Saying never actually is.
Hello, my name is Dr. Paige McNulty. I'm the manager for the Gary Community School Corporation, and I am pleased to be joined today with the Jackson 5 family members, Tito and Marlon Jackson. Hi, how are you? Thanks for being here today.
Not only are we members of the world-famous Jackson 5, but we are proud products of the Gary schools.
Growing up in Gary, our school system afforded great opportunities from academics to extracurricular activities.
And today is no different. This is why we encourage you to enroll your child in the Gary schools today.
For more information, please call 219-881-5466 or visit garyschools.org. And please remember, enroll in Gary Schools today.
Yes,
That's right.
definitely enroll.
Gary Schools.
Strong, resilient.
Built for education.
Welcome back to A Day in the District. Oh man, say it ain't so. We're already in the third segment of this show. You know I could talk to you all day, Dr.
too.
Vanessa. And there's so much going on at the
Yes.
Urban League of Northwest Indiana. But I would be remiss if I didn't extend my heartfelt congratulations on an honor that you recently received during Black Labor Week. I saw it all over social, where you were honored for all of the work that you've been doing in the league. Tell me about that. And
Yes.
just tell me about your tenure at the league.
You know, I was really humbled and excited at the same time to receive that. EJ Jenkins, he's been working tirelessly to get this Black labor union spread it throughout our community about what they do, male and female. I presented one time at the Women of Power, I think, or the Women of Steel.
Yes.
I presented one time there, and he always has volunteers. They come from all over the United States, and they converge in our city, and they go and do volunteer work. So they've come to the Urban League to do some work there. So he called and he says, your name was nominated to receive the Phenomenal Woman's Award. And I was like,
of course it was. Really? Have you looked in the mirror lately?
Oh,
you are a
God.
phenomenal
Don't
woman.
make me get emotional.
But I always get connected back. I will pull out of that and connect it to our young people in that the labor union is another way of introducing our young people to career paths.
That's true.
Connected with the Gary Area
That's
Career
right.
Center, because everyone doesn't necessarily go to college.
That's true.
And these trades, let's talk
They
about
make
those.
a lot of money.
Yeah, and I'll just leave it there.
A lot of money.
They
Yes,
can support
they do.
their families
But we
well.
want our children to do something.
Yes.
And we want to provide those options and those opportunities to them, because your lane may not be my lane.
Exactly.
But whatever lane I'm in, I'm going to stay in it. And I'll encourage. And whatever lane you're in, I'm going to encourage you.
Yes.
And that leads us to the young professionals. We have young professionals in this city that's doing some amazing things.
Yes.
Jeremiah King is the president of the Urban League Young Professionals, and Amber.
Would that be Amber McKinstry?
Yes.
I think I know her.
She is the vice president of the Young Professionals of the Urban League. And I am just excited to be able to know her and know what she's doing and the maturity and the advancement that she has grown to have.
Yes, and the thing about the young professionals, I feel that it is pertinent and critical that we help shape young leaders to take our places. How long do you plan on working? Because I'm not really trying to stretch this out.
I don't think I'm going to work too much longer.
When we have young professionals, we shouldn't have to.
Exactly. I've had 13 years at the Urban League, and so year 15, I'm going to start considering some things.
See what's next,
all right?
and just start thinking about it.
Exactly.
But I know people are like, oh no. I'm saying that in my mind too, like, oh no, you can't do that. But no, the Young Professionals program is an amazing auxiliary of the Urban League of Northwest Indiana. They throw great networking events, voter registration encouragement, and I'm sure they have more on the horizon for later in the year. And then there's one other great program that I love with the Urban League.
Ready.
Our block clubs.
Ooh,
oh
yes,
my goodness.
block by block. I'll never forget when I was growing up here and I was attending Vore School, and my mother waited until I got out of school, and she went and knocked at people's doors and she appointed herself the president.
Okay.
Of the block club.
Okay.
But we knew everybody. We knew everybody on the block. We knew the children. And it was just an amazing thing to be able to block that street off and have block parties. Back in the day, it was wonderful.
Days.
So I still remember that, and we want to continue to incorporate that in what we do. So Ola Morris is our coordinator of the block club.
Hey, Miss Ola.
And Elisa Spencer is the neighborhood resource specialist, and they will be having a meeting on April 29th at the main library, I believe.
Okay, on Fifth Avenue?
On Fifth Avenue.
Okay.
Yes, the main
All
library.
right.
And she has a number of speakers that come in to talk about what you can do to not only beautify your block, but to stay engaged and informed about what's going on in the community.
And you know, that to me is also a safety mechanism for us. It's always beneficial to know your neighbors. When I was growing up, and even now, we have neighbors who look out for us. If they haven't seen our car, or they're like, you know, your light isn't on, are you guys okay? And that's a comforting feeling to know that you're living amongst people who have your best interests at heart. And I also remember sometimes in partnership with like the city of Gary, different beautification projects, grant dollars available to help.
We have it.
Yeah.
We have a $1,000 grant for a block club. If you are a block club or you want to have a block club, call the office, because
what's that number?
219-887-9621.
Just wanted to make sure you remembered it.
Ask for Miss Spencer, ask for Lisa Spencer, because we have $1,000 worth of materials, should I say, that you can purchase. We're not giving you $1,000.
Right.
But we'll meet you at Lowe's or Menards, and you can get a snowblower. We haven't needed. We didn't need the snowblower
Thankfully,
this year.
we haven't.
But a leaf blower, gloves, seeds, whatever it is you may need, up to $1,000 you can get to help maintain your block. Isn't that
I
wonderful?
love it. It's amazing. We have gone over a laundry list of all of the resources and
And
services.
don't forget your piece, what you help us with.
My senior techies, where are my seniors age 55 or better? I'm almost old enough to take my own class.
Baby.
We'll be doing classes this summer, all summer long with the seniors, just helping them to be more acclimated and comfortable with their cell phones, with their computers. And so you, again, can call the office and get signed up for that.
The seniors were so excited, Chelsea, when you came, because all they wanted to do was be able to FaceTime with the grandchildren or save the picture on their phone or send a text.
Yes.
They were excited about that.
My favorite students, and I love to take selfies with them. So I have been working with your team to get that all on the calendar. So you need to call the Urban League office to get yourself signed up. So as we get ready to wrap up, I'm so sad, V.
I know.
But I need you to look at your designated camera, talk to my parents for a moment about the importance of engaging their children in that scholarship process.
Let me just take you back just a little bit. I have 2 daughters who are now adults, productive citizens, and I had to make sure that I stayed in my lane as the parent. You should not have to ask your child, do you want to go to this program? Do you want to participate? No, you should say you're going or you don't eat. No, maybe you can't say that.
Something. There has to be a consequence of love, though.
Exactly. But parents, we really need you to do what you do at home. You're the first teacher.
Yes.
You're the first teacher. So you set the ground rules for your child so that they can matriculate through school, graduate, and then go on to college or a trade, unless you want them to stay in your house in the basement until they're 40.
No, now they're calling your office right now. Dr. V, I just want to thank you for stopping by. Always full of information, life, and energy. Thank you for what you do in our community.
Appreciate you.
You have been watching A Day in the District, a show designed to help you, the viewer, stay connected to your Gary Community School Corporation. I've been chatting with Dr. Vanessa Allen McCloud of the Urban League of Northwest Indiana. For more information, visit their website, ulofnwi.org. And to stay connected to your Gary schools, visit our website, garyschools.org. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
WSTG